Buddy Archon Gaming here, back with another video, and in this one, guys, obviously I have the face cam on for this one, but I'm actually going to be playing some more Elden Ring. This is episode 4, I believe, of the series, and in this one, uh, we've actually gotten pretty far. With the last episode, we did show you how to get to a rune farm, and I used it to get up to 73. I'd say 70 to 80 is around where you want to be for this next upcoming fight. So please be wary of that. So I'm able to wield a lot of my other weapons now. I can't wield the grafted blade yet, but there is something else we can get in the game pretty early. For those of you who want to go ahead and get some early in-game content. So, for those of you who are running sorcery builds, and for those of you who are running melee builds, stay tuned uh, throughout this video so that you can actually see what I'm talking about with this. For those of you who are running incantation builds, this isn't really for you, so you guys can skip the video to whenever I'm done with this. But for right now, what you're going to want to do is you want to go through right here. You can either spawn at First Steps or at the Church of Ella. Uh, Either one is fine. Depends on where you are. So you're going to want to avoid these guys right here. You want to come down here. You're going to come over here to these runes. And the reason why you're over at these runes is for a very specific reason. And it is to get you something pretty good in the game. So there's actually 2 rune places that you can go through. Not rune places, but 2 little dungeons here. You're going to go to the right one first, because down here, you're going to actually go through and get this chest. And this is going to give you something pretty cool. It is going to give you a twin blade. The twin blade is good for those of you who are running a twin blade build. If you guys really want to use a double style weapon like this, you can. But obviously, if you're me running this type of build, I'm not really going to be using this, so I'm not going to be using it. But you guys can if you want to. Now we are going to go up and out to our right. Then when we make it down here, we're actually going to come over here. We're going to go into this room. Watch out for this. We only did that to get the sword key that is right here. And you can avoid these enemies. You don't have to fight them. Get that. It's just golden runes, so you don't have to worry about it that much. But then go through here. There is a lot of rats here, but you can avoid them just by going up to the door and clicking open the door, and then going right here. So what this is going to actually do is it's going to teleport you away from this area, and it is going to teleport you into a very important place on the map. It's called Caelid. For those of you who don't know what Caelid is, and you're going through this with me, and you're not at Caelid yet, this is where you start to get to Caelid. You can actually get to Caelid from using this route right here by going up and around and then going through here. But we are not going to do that just yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually sneak by these enemies. Do not go this way. Most people will tell you to go this way. Don't go that way. Go this way. This way is much easier. Go ahead and pop a heal so that you don't die here. And then you can continue from right here. That right there is the reason why you want to avoid that. This is actually a very early in-game strat to get you all of these weapons that I'm about to show you where to get them. So please, I insist, do this. Don't do it so early. I'd say do it around when you're level 30, maybe 20. But if you're level 1 and you're doing this, please don't do it. You're not going to be able to use any of the weapons just yet. Please just hold off. So this is actually where we're going to get 2 different types of weapons. So we're going to get a One, we're going to get an Ash of War. Two, we're going to get a staff, which is, in most people's opinions, is the best early game staff in the game. My opinion as well, best early game staff before you fight Renala. Then there's going to be a very important spell that you want to get as well. And then for everybody who is running a build that includes a gigantic sword melee type build, there's a great sword you can get here as well. So that's 4 different things that you can get just from being right here in the game. So right here, you did get a new sorcery. It is called Rock Sling, one of the best sorceries in the game for early in-game players. Really, really amazing, really awesome stuff. This guy right here, he's just going to continue to beat you up. So try to avoid him as much as possible. If you are my level in doing this, and you guys ended up going through and killing these guys pretty swiftly because you made it to my level, good job. Caelid is a level 30 type area anyway, and it is very good for you guys to be around that level. So then when you get out of there, you're going to come over here, and right over here, you can see in that window right there a collectible. So you're going to grab this, you're going to go through here, you're just going to jump over these things, and then you are going to grab the meteorite staff. Then when you grab the meteorite staff, you're just going to leave right there immediately and go over here to the next spot. So there's actually 2 areas you can go from right here. You can actually go right up here, and you can get this Touch of Grace, which I would highly suggest for those of you who are early in the game and you need to, get somewhere fast so that you can reset everything. Here is where you want to go. For those of you who are like me and you're not really worried about any of that yet, then you can just keep going. So from right here, we're gonna actually go up this way. The reason why we are going up is because we are going to reach a good couple areas that are going to give you some things that you want in the game pretty early on. So you can kill this guy. And it does give you another Ash of War. This one is for fists. Probably the best Ash of War for fists. So please remind yourself to get those when you can. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over here, staying on the right hand side, and going over this area right here. Now there are a lot of enemies that spawn in this area that you want to stay away from. Those birds right there, the one that I'm looking at currently, those will kill you immediately. They will attack Torin immediately, and as soon as they attack him, you're dead. So you need to avoid them as much as possible, but still try your best to get through them. So right here, you're going to come up here to these ruins, and then when you're up here, you can just go right up here, and you can go down here. I do not believe that there is a boss here. I believe that it is just, I was wrong, there is a boss here. So if you guys are not willing to fight a boss right now, you do not have to do this. I'm gonna do it just because I'm stupid and I know that I can do this. But obviously, you can see if I was not this level, I would be in for a very bad time. So for this, you just want to stay away from them really, and make sure you're not fully attacking them head on, because they will beat you up. Again, there are two of them, so be careful. Honestly, the hammer guy is probably going to be the one that you want to fight the most when doing this, just because the flail guy, he's going to be a lot easier to target. It's the hammer guy that's going to take you and, you know, pretty much ram you through the ringer quite a lot, so... Okay, I'm gonna pop this so we can keep using Unsheath. And again, just stay back and heal. Be careful with them, obviously. Do not target both of them at once. If you target both of them at once, then you're not in a good spot. And there you go. So obviously, guys, this is where you want to say, okay, I need to skip this. I'm not leveled up enough for this. But obviously you saw I did have enough damage. The only thing that I'd say for this is that if you are using my build, upgrade your jellyfish or use some other Ashavore if you have it, maybe the dogs, but they will die pretty quickly. So please make sure you have that on yourself and you know you're aware of that. So I don't need to get my runes back. What I actually do need to get is back up up here so I can get this map fragment. That map fragment is actually going to help you a ton because you're going to need to know how to maneuver through Caelid pretty frequently. So from here, you're just going to keep going, keep maneuvering yourself through this. I'm actually going to have my chat open for the stream. Be careful with these guys, please. I was not careful there, and I almost just died. So, for those of you who are a melee build, and you want to have a very big, strong melee build, and you're on my level, I want you to come over here, and I want you to get to this site of grace. There's a reason for this, and I will show you why right now. Over there. You see that all the way in the distance, how there is it's a carriage. In that carriage is the best greatsword in the game. Now, not the 100% best, but it is so good that I have that at maximum level, it will be at a 400 physical attack. And you can put Ashes of War into it. So, when you get this sword, everybody calls this Guts' sword. I don't call it Guts' sword, but it is pretty much Guts' sword. So when you get this, please know that you're gonna need to wield it with care. Wield it with care. So now you can just go over here. Obviously, you want to stay away from the dogs. I did not stay away from them, but there is an Ash of War right here. So, or actually, this is an incantation. So, you know, it's you know a little bit worth the while. So now we're gonna go over here, and we're going to go back from where we came, because we are now done. We do not need to go back there anymore. And we can actually come over here and get these these ruins looted. And that's it, guys. That's how you get these weapons very early on in the game. As you saw, it took one move, or not move, but it took one little trick, and it's one little journey. And you are able to get all of this very early on in the game. So very simple, very easy. Right here, obviously, we have the two again. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna spawn these, and we're gonna go ahead and go through. So obviously, that was not the right move too, but it's okay. So if you guys are, struggling with that part, please stop, go level up your mimic tier or something, go level up something, and, you know, don't fight those yet. You don't need to. So now that we are done with that, and we're not gonna, go through that yet, which it only gives you a mask. It's not really worth it to kill those guys, but they do give you runes, so it's a flip-flop. So from here, we're going to go up here to get the map fragment, and when we get the map fragment, we'll be able to continue to scavenge Caelid, because after we fight Renala, we're actually going to come back to Caelid, so it'll be good for us to go through this from here. Right now, we're going to get through that, and from here, there's actually going to be on the right is going to be the map fragment. Now, there is a area here in Caelid that can give you the medallion, or the talisman that I was talking about. The talisman that gives you almost like, I'd say it gives you 10 to 15% more runes whenever you get a kill. I believe it's roughly like maybe like 5 to 10%, but I could be wrong about that. So actually right here is where you want to go back, and you want to defeat this beetle because it'll give you probably the most amazing Ash of War for this sword. The Poison Mist with this sword, this and the Frost Mist, the Frozen Mist. These two together, oh my gosh, guys. The best time I've ever had in a game where you can just exploit so many things in the game. It is so easy, so simple, and it's not even hard. It's you use your Ash of War, and it's just everything dies. So it's awesome. I love it. We're gonna go backwards from right here to get the map fragment and to get this nomadic merchant. This nomadic merchant gives you quite a few things that are helpful in the game. So I'm going to show you in a little bit. This won't actually be uncovered until you go right here, so don't worry about that. This as well. So don't worry about that area. You don't need to go there yet, just for right now. So as you can see, he gives you a couple good things. Not a lot of good things, but a couple. So if you want to buy something from him, please, be my guest. If you don't feel bad about it. I don't buy anything from him either. Other than that, everything's pretty much good and fine. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Not finished yet.
For now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over this way. And the reason I'm going this way is because there is a dragon communion temple up here that is the best one because it sells you the best incantations. Now, there are other ones, but this one, in my opinion, is the best one. So, please be aware of that. So now you just come over here, and there's a site of grace right here, so you can just touch the grace and you'll be fine. Now, I have not killed a dragon yet, but when I do kill a dragon, I'll be able to get any of these, And if I kill other enemies in the future, I will be getting those as well, which is very nice, very awesome to do and get early on in the game. Next up, we're going to go over here to over here on this cliff to show you that down there, uh, right over there, is where you fight Radon. It's the castle area where Radon is held in this big area. So, actually, it's this area right here, but you make it to there from here. So, uh, that's what you're, looking for and being aware of. Obviously, you can see this guy is following me now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump down here when I actually can. Reason I'm doing this is just because it's, well, obviously I couldn't jump down there because of it being too high. But this is something that I wanted to mention to a lot of you guys. Don't trust jumps. A lot of jumps you need to go through to get through, but don't trust jumps. Jumps will be your worst enemy in this game. Especially if you have a ton of runes and you're trying to get, more runes. It's just, jumps suck. So please be aware of that. So now from here, we're just gonna go this way through. We're gonna avoid this raven right there, along with that one right there. And we're gonna get this gold seed from here. We're not gonna actually go to that area yet. We're gonna go to the right because on the right hand side there is a cave that we want to go to. Come over here. Ignore all these dogs, all these everything. So don't worry if you get caught. I'm sorry, but you don't have to kill them immediately. You can also get this thing down. And then you can keep going. You get a Somber Smithing Stone 4, which is pretty good. A lot of people would be happy about that. So, you can come over here, open the door. The enemies cannot kill you when you're opening a door or doing a certain motion, so you can be okay with that. The Caelid Catacombs. I had a pretty hard time with Caelid Catacombs. I don't remember exactly how to maneuver through it. I think I just forgot. But it wasn't fun. So these skeletons, guys, for those of you who don't know how to defeat skeletons in the game, holy damage is going to be your best friend here. So make sure you have some type of way to get the blessing on your weapons and armor. So from here, you're gonna go right here. There's that enemy right there, but you don't actually need to go for it. Actually, come right here. There's, I believe, yes, there's this area right here, and you can get the glove wart, and you can actually get a ash of war from that, which is pretty good. Not ash of war, but spirit ash. Spirit ashes are really good in the game, depending on where you are in the game and where you're going for. So be aware of that. Now we're just gonna go through. This has a lot of glove wart, so be aware that this glove wart will be something that you want to, go through and get in the future. And when you get a prompt like that, guys, where it's telling you that you need to do something and it's like blah 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 blah, I understand that can be annoying, and trust me, I know, I've dealt with things like that, so I know, but it's okay. So you're gonna flip that lever, and then you can actually go in here and get this now. There's no hold on, I need to, so I'm gonna have to actually use all of my heals for this because of the Scarlet Rot, so If you guys are seeing this, do not do what I'm doing. I should not be going into here just yet. Like, especially with my health going down as fast as it is. Yeah, so, again, do not do that, guys. Wait to get down here until you are 100% confident that you can actually make this. But it's okay, if you can't make it back to the Touch of Grace, don't. Make it back to here, just die real quick, it's okay. You don't have to worry about dying. It's a part of it, so please don't get upset if you do die. You don't have to worry about it. For this, I'd say pop the wolves. The jellyfish is going to die pretty easily because it's going to get target most, so you're going to want to use that. As you can see, the dogs are really good at making the boss target them and not you. Then again, you don't want her to... You don't want it to target your dogs the entire time because, you know, they're very flimsy right now. They're not fully leveled, so... And there we go. So once the Cemetery Shade is dead, you actually get a pretty good Spirit Ash. This is the guys that will not only main attack, but they'll, you know, do that. So this is a higher tier Ash of War than these guys, which is good because you want higher tier Spirit Ashes because they are very good for when you're going up against certain things in the game. So that's good to know. It's good to do for those of you who want something like that in the game. But so now, to wrap up episode 4, we're going to go and defeat Renala. So those of you who don't know who Renala is, if you go over here to the Fallen Runes link, I'm going to take you all the way to get a key. The reason why you're trying to get this key is because you have to open up the gate of the academy. The academy is highly guarded. A lot of spellcasters. So if you guys are not good at, you know, spells or anything like that, please don't do this. Another thing I want to say is if you guys are leveled up enough that you actually don't that you want to get a something pretty, you know, well in the game, you can actually come back over here to the Stranded Graveyard. And the Stranded Graveyard is actually, if you go right here and use your Stone Sword keys, you need 2 of them. You need 2, not just 1. You can actually go in here and there's going to be a miniature, I'd say it's a miniature little fight, but it's not like a fight. It's kind of just dodging and weaving a boss. So as you can see, there's that right there. That is trying to kill you and trying to get you the entire time. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to stay in these little side areas the entire time and make sure that you're avoiding it as much as possible. Please be fast, be careful, and remember, you do not need to continue this immediately if you're not ready for it. You can completely skip this if you don't want to do it currently or right now if you're not that leveled for it. Please be aware of that. So I'm gonna wait here because it actually does come around the corner right here. It does stop right there. So you're gonna wait for it to get back up. As soon as it passes by, you're gonna go down. You're gonna jump right here. As soon as that happens, you can wait for it to come back up, and it's gonna go all the way up until right there. Then you can follow it again. And yes, following it is not usually the best option, but it is the best option for you currently. So then you just go right here and you heal up. So from right here, you're gonna make your way through this right here to this area. Do not go. I don't remember which way to go, so I'm gonna go this way. If I remember correctly, this is a very bad area to be in, but it's okay. I believe there is actually a way to get down from here, but you're gonna want to wait for that. Just keep going, keep continuing. It's gonna come up behind you, and it's probably gonna get you very close to death, so be careful. Make sure you're at full health the entire time with this boss, because you do not want to continue to get killed by it. So then from here, you're gonna go right, and there is a boss right here. This is actually not where you're supposed to go to get this done, but you can do it just because it's here. But actually, I would highly suggest not going here yet. Just because of how leveled this boss is. As you can see, it's pretty high of a level. You don't want to just, start off with this boss if you're, just starting off with the game. But you pretty much want to but you can still kill the boss if you're pretty careful with it. I say just continue to be like on the boss the entire time. These guys really don't have many up close attacks, so it is very simple to just stay on the boss's tail the entire time, and try to stay away from its big attacks like that. And if you need stamina and you're pretty weak on stamina, please remember to be careful with it. But again, it's pretty simple, but it's still a very hard boss to defeat if you're getting constantly hit like that. And there we go. And this should kill the boss. And it did. So again, you can kill that boss if you stay on the boss the entire time. And it does give you a pretty good Spirit Ash. So be aware of that. And now, you go down here. When you're done, I believe you go backwards from here. And the reason why you do this, everybody, is because there is a as you can see, you can go back to the entrance. You actually don't want to go back to the entrance. There's a reason why you don't want to go back to the entrance, and I'm going to show you right here. So make sure you have a flask ready, because you are going to go back to where the guy was killing you. So you're going to want to be careful with that. But there will be other ads that spawn and try to kill you as well, so be careful of that as well. So from here, you're gonna keep going, and actually I haven't been looking at Twitch. Okay, I got nothing. Alright. So you want to go up from here, and from here, you're just gonna keep going up, and then go right here. The boss actually doesn't go for right here, but these guys are pretty strong, so be careful with them. This guy is pretty strong too, so make sure you're aware of that. Obviously, I am not in a place to be fighting this guy yet, especially after I am almost dead, but I did it anyway because, you know, I got lucky there. So he drops this, the Dragon Communion Seal. The reason why you want this seal is because right here, if you look when you go to it, it's pretty good. So you do need 10 faith for it, but that's okay. We can get 10 faith just from doing the rune farm. But if you notice the weight is 0. This does not weigh a thing on you. So that means you can now use incantations whenever you want with a seal that basically just gives you a free win. So now from here, we're going to go back and we're going to do the room farm just twice. We're not going to do an entire, roll of it because we don't need to. So we're just gonna put it on. For those of you who missed out on the original video for it, please go look at it. It is very beneficial for people in the game who want to progress the game with a little bit of ease, so that you're not having to stress yourself out with the game too much. So you're gonna come here. Let's add some flasks as well. We're gonna allocate them to there, so we actually have some room. So now we're going to get our faith up to 10. So we just have to do this one more time, which means 3 of the rune farm strategies, and we're good. Now for those of you who are watching on YouTube, I would end it off here, but because we need to fight Renala, I really do insist on us going through and fighting Renala right now. And so because we are of level 75 is the level perfect to start off doing this. Perfect. So you want to do that, and you can actually add your Ash of War now to here. We do want it to be we don't want it to be poison because our arcane isn't as high as it could be. So we do want it to be in strength. And its strength is at C, so that's good. I believe it goes up to A rank, which is really good for a greatsword. So please be aware of that. And now, when we get this down, we will be able to level it up one more time, and now we are good. So we're gonna waste away our last 3 arrows. Actually, we're gonna only use 1, and there's a reason for this. I want to test out how many smithing stones I have. And the reason for this is because with all these smithing stones, I actually need to get more levels on my weapons. So I'm going to be doing that. So we're going to go to the round table. And when we're going up to the round table, we're going to go over here, and we're actually going to talk to this guy real quick.
I'm known as those who all the more, unless you those who all the more.
So we're going to actually go to him later on with a death root, and I'll show you where the death root is in a little bit. But so right there, go to these two. And now you can actually pick up the finger seal because you have a higher faith, but we don't need it. And you don't need to go to those two actually. I would only go to them if you're trying to buy, you know, some armor. Which our armor is pretty much fine, so we don't need to worry about it.
Good to see you. I have you to thank. I can happily announce I'm as yet. But, and if there's any, well, I certainly must. Roderica.
So now she's good to spirit tune our to our spirit ashes.
I'll be doing much just lay out.
So I'm gonna be doing some more with that. So we can't strengthen because we don't have one more smithing stone, which is fine. We don't need to worry about that just yet. So we're pretty good on that. The Ash of War, we already have it on. We don't need another Ash of War on this. Unsheath is one of the better ones. So yeah. Now we just have to put this guy on. Actually, we should have upgraded this guy. Because this guy is much tougher than the rest of them. So we definitely want to focus on that guy because he is a higher tier. So we now have a tier 3 Spirit Ash, which is one of the higher ones. Another one that's as high is a Mimic tier, and so we're going to want to get that in the future. But so now we're going to go to the Fallen Ruins of the Lake. Ash Spirit. Wow, I just messed up my completely on my vocals. Sorry for that, guys. But so from here, we're gonna go up here and go to that area. And the reason for this is because there is a dragon over here that we don't want to kill. Don't want to kill the dragon. We want to get something from behind it. So we're just gonna continue this way. Again, you don't need to kill anything here. Just run through. But if you guys do want to see how powerful you are, you can do what I just did and drag your sword on the ground. See if you can one-tap those enemies. Because if you one-tap those enemies, then you're going to be in a really good situation. So now we're going to go over here. Pass all these enemies. Don't need to fight them. And then make it over to this touch of grace. Alright, so when we're at this touch of grace, we're going to sit down so that we can reset the enemies. We don't want to be targeted. Bye. So we're going to go over here. And as you can see, there's a gigantic rock right here. That's where we want to go. These guys don't spawn anything. They are there so that you can continue to get your flasks while you're fighting this dragon. So it's actually here to help with fighting this dragon. But you can just go behind the dragon and get this glintstone, Academy glintstone key. If you want to fight the dragon, here's why you don't want to fight the dragon right now. That's how much damage I do to the dragon. We're not doing the dragon right now. So we're going to level back up. We're going to go back to the side of grace. Now, I don't know how loud I am compared to the game. I try to keep the game at a medium volume, but in my ears, it is very loud. So I'm going to turn myself, my volume down a little bit. Just so I can hear myself, talk. I went the complete opposite direction of the touch grace, so we're going to fix that issue right here. Another thing that I actually want to show you guys to get, that you can get early on in the game, is actually here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, and I believe it is in these temple quarter buildings. So I'm going to look around for a little bit, see if I can find it. Should be over here. The reason I'm doing this is because it gives you a hatchet that's really good for defeating dragons. For those of you who don't know, a lot of dragons are susceptible to frost, meaning they will be weak to frostbite. So what you want to do is you want to go over here, and there's a chest right here. Opening this chest, you get the ice rind hatchet. So this, the Ash of War for this, so good, so awesome. It gives you a wave of frost. You need a high dex for it. I think our dex actually only needs one more level, so we can actually go and get the level for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to Kale, and we're gonna buy some arrows off of Kale. And when we do that, we're gonna go back, and we're gonna get some more uh, runes. Again, get as many of these as you want. If you want to get all of them, please do. Like, as you can see, I can get the max amount of runes from this, and that's good. I want that. Now, this is going to take a minute. So you're going to want to relax, chill out, lay back, just for right now. I don't need any more than 500, so I'm only going to get 500, so that I don't waste all of my money right now, because I do want to get some of these, just because I know that they give quite a bit of good resistance. Plus, I need a crafting kit. Alright.
Goodbye.
So now that we've done that, we're going to go back over here. And we're going to just rinse and repeat. Now, this is uncut for those of you on YouTube. So when I'm like pausing and I'm not talking, it's because I'm so used to the stream where people are looking at me and they're seeing me on the stream, and so I'm used to that. So apologies for all of you on YouTube that are like, is he gonna say anything? I will say something, I promise. So now we're just gonna get a level up. We only need one so that we can get our dex high. So we don't need to worry about anything besides that right now. We're gonna actually memorize some spells real quick. We actually need our faith to get higher too. I think our faith is at 10. So because I can get this pretty easily, I'm going to level up both my faith and my dex just for right now. So I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna continue to upgrade faith, because I know if I upgrade dex, I'm gonna be like, well, now I don't need to do it. I might as well just no. I'm putting myself in this position to do it fully. So we're gonna be doing that. So we only need to do this 6 times, so we only need to do it 4 more times, which is good, because I want to save my arrows as much as possible. And we're gonna do it one more time just in case we didn't do the math right. because it does increase the runes every single level, and we're about to get 3 more levels, so we're gonna worry about that. Actually, 2 more levels. Yep. All right, and there we go. So now we can indeed wield the ice hatchet and our other weapons. Weird. Did I pop something? Weird. Alright, so I don't have the talismans that I want, so I'm gonna have to go somewhere else to get those. Just because I really need to. So we actually haven't even gotten our flask yet, which is bad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to that Geel. I know this is gonna make the video longer, and I know that's gonna be a very big issue. But it's important for going up against this boss, so we're gonna do it anyway. So we're gonna come right here. There is a Ash of War right here if you guys want to grab this, just real quick. It's pretty simple. And it actually is unsheathed, so it's pretty good. It only works for katanas, but it'll be okay. So I can actually put it on my katana, and it can roll with a certain type of damage, depending on what I put in it. So the reason why we're here is because over here there is a talisman that you get that increases your charge attacks damage. So we're gonna grab that. We're also going to grab that smithing stone. It's right under this bear. Just go under. That howling is actually Blide. Blide is going to be a character that we're going to go through actually in the next episode. So stay tuned for that. So we're going to actually replace this one with this. It enhances charged attacks, which is good. So that's good. So now that we have that, we're going to go out of here, and we're going to go away from this bear. We're going to go this way. Actually, we're going to go behind us, because this is where we're supposed to go. Because we do need this map fragment. This map fragment's going to be very helpful for us. You can just follow the road. The road is going to lead you to it. It is near a bear, so be careful. The bear won't get aroused by it, so you can just, be okay. And then right here is where the area is. Now you're actually going to want to come up here as well, to this minor retreat, because right up here, right here, there are actually two little spots that they're tiers that you can put in your mixed physics. You get the spiked cracked and the green spill crystal. Then you're over at CFR River Well. You can go actually down here, and this will lead you to the underground, which you want to be for later on. But after we get this site of grace, we're gonna leave and go because we now have the key to go to Renala and kill her. And this is a long way down, so be ready for that, guys. That's all I can say. I didn't realize how long this really was. I think this is like over a minute long, the drop. So then we just come here, touch the side of grace, and now we can sit at it so that we can, you know, get through. And then we can continue. So we're gonna leave this, and we're gonna go back up here to the South Rea Lucaria gate. The reason why you want to do this is because this is where you actually use your key, the glintstone key that we got from the dragon. And now that we've made it here, we can go up this elevator and we can go to the next spot. Now, I highly suggest everybody to be aware magic is involved here. You will get hit by magic. So be careful, continue to run, and don't kill any of these enemies. You can ignore them completely. Now, the only enemies that you want to kill are the sorcerers. The sorcerers will continue to hit you no matter what you do, and you want to kill them as fast as possible. Just because they will continue to hit you for no reason. And then boom. Those two, I had a very hard time because I didn't push them like fast enough. And so from that, you're going to go here. You're going to just back up, ignore the sorcerer, and kill these guys first. They are going to be the main issue here. It won't really be that big of an issue, but it will kill you, so be careful. And there you go. So once that's dead, you can come over here. There's a little pickup right here. It's just gold runes, but it's still helpful. Back here as well. Smithing stone, Sombering Smithing Stone 3, which is very good for those of you who are wanting to level up your weapons early on. Then you just come over to this Touch of Grace, and then you sit down at it. Once you sit down here, you are now able to go over here and start this area. Now this area, as I said, ignore all the enemies. You do not need to kill any of these enemies. They will jump out at you, and they will try to kill you. There's nothing good here that you need to grab real quick. There's nothing, okay? Even over here, don't grab it, okay? It's not worth it. Just keep running, keep going. If you need to slow down for a second, you can, but you have to keep going. Careful of the dog. And then right here, just keep going. Now the dogs are gonna keep following you, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn around, and this is where you can beat the dog. Then, what you can do is you can come all the way in the back, and there's actually going to be an enemy right here that you want to defeat pretty quickly. because he is pretty tough. This guy is a gravity type guy, so be careful. And what he's gonna do is when you kill him, if I can kill him real quick, he's gonna drop a gravity wall, or gravity well, my bad. What the gravity well does is it pulls an enemy towards you, just a slight bit, but it also does gravity damage, so it is pretty good. It's not as good as the rock sling, but it's still up there in one of those type of situations where you need to grab it. So then you go right here, and you just take the elevator all the way up until you reach this little ledge. So then you jump off, and you just keep going. Again, avoid all the enemies. You don't need to fight these guys. So when you reach right here, this is your checkpoint for just the main area of what you're trying to do. What you want to do from here is go out here. You can ignore all these enemies. You do not have to fight them. They will attack you, but you do not have to fight them. There's a lot of secrets here. There's a chest right there, but you don't have to get any of that right now. You can go back later on and grab it, but for right now, you can actually just keep going and focus on getting here. The reason why you want to focus on getting here is because there's a very hard boss right here. This is the Red Wolf of Radagon. The Red Wolf of Radagon is one of the hardest bosses I have ever faced, because it continues to target you even when you're not hitting it. If you even look at it, it'll target you. So this is the issue I have with it. Why I feel it is one of, if not the hardest boss I have ever faced. And because it does physical and magic damage at the same time, which is very difficult to maneuver against. Especially because of its attack set, very difficult to maneuver against. And again, you can just have your Spirit Ash do most of the damage on this boss, because it will be targeting it a lot, but not as much as you think. But Poison, Spirit Ash, and a Great Sword, perfect for this boss. It's very hard up against a Sorcerer. So if you're a Sorcerer and you're going up against this guy, please be safe. Take it slow. Do not rush. It's going to suck. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be pretty. So you want to make sure that you're not, rushing that encounter, because that boss will kill you. Try to learn its moveset. It does a lot of different ones, so it's going to be a little harder to maneuver against in the beginning. So again, be careful, be swift, be alert. So now, you're going to come right here, and jump down here, and from right here, there's going to be a giant boulder that spawns up here. What you can actually do is just stay on the right side, and it's completely fine. It does not attack you, it does not go for you, you just run by it, stay on the right side, and you're good. So right here is where you are wanting to focus on staying alive mostly, because this guy is very difficult. The Carrion Knight is a boss that can and will kill you, or exhaust your resources right before you reach the Renala boss. So a big to do when fighting this guy is make sure that doesn't happen. Any sort of attack like that, he will take you into a critical hit and kill you. So the best course of action for this guy is to stay back, heavy hit, or if you have sorceries, use sorceries against him. If you are a samurai and you have a sword or like a katana and you're going up against him with a katana, I'd say please focus on getting uh, the unsheath mainly. It will help. I'm not sure exactly what this guy's weak to. I've been using poison when I go up against him. I assume he's weak to some sort of magic, maybe gravity, but I'm not fully sure, so I can't really tell you guys how to officially beat him. I'm going to use Bleed right here to see if Bleed actually does something to him. Doesn't seem like it does, but it does take him down. Be careful with that. Again, I did a light attack. I should not have done that. In the future, it will kill me, so I don't want to do that. Just keep hitting him with this. He does have follow-up moves, so be careful. Once he gets his shield down, he's a lot easier to fight. So be careful. And there you go. He does get affected by bleed. And here is where you can go and you can finish him off. So, if you don't use any of your flasks here, which I didn't use many, you are in for a good time because this boss, this next one, is going to take up a lot of your flasks. So, main things you want for this. A great sword for getting big chunks of damage down. Make sure that it has the poison. This boss is very susceptible to poison. Renala is very weak to poison. So make sure you have that on. Make sure that you are killing the little girls fast, because you don't actually need to kill them, by the way. As long as you find out whichever one it is, you just go up, hit him once, go up again, hit him again, and then go up and hit the last one. Then, when Renala falls, she will fall. You do this, and then you just continue to attack with the damage. And if you do it the way I'm doing it, you will get around a 3 to 2 phase, depending on how strong you are in the game. Now be careful. Renala does spawn these enemies in the air, which means that they will attack you, and they can one-shot you, so be careful. So you're going to want to wait until she throws them at you. And then she will not do it for the duration of this part, so you can just keep going and go to the next student. And then just do it again, rinse and repeat. Easy, simple. Keep going for it. I'd say keep using your Ash of War. It will help you tremendously through this, especially if you're using a poison build like I am. But again, as you saw, it helps. As soon as you kill the students, you'll be fine. So from right here, You're gonna stay in the back. You're gonna wait a second. You're gonna heal if you need to heal. Kill any that are near you, because they will still attack you. So all that is very well known for this part to be good. Then get the students down. As soon as you get the students down on this last one, do not use your Ash of War. Save your Ash of War for the final. Alright, so now, here is where it gets very, very tricky for melee builds. All of my melee builders out there, Vernala is very, very mean to us. She is not nice at all. She will try to kill us the entire time with spells and everything. But my melee people out there, if you do not get her health bar down fast enough, you will be in a very big world of hurt. Again, be careful. Don't let yourself get killed by something stupid. Let your Spirit Ash take a lot of the brunt force. And then just keep popping your Poison Mist. Careful of the dragon. The dragon will spew fire at you. Try to dodge it as much as you can. If you can't, then that's okay. Your Spirit Ash will go towards the dragon. Careful. Thank you so much to that dragon. Now, here's also one of the ones that really is bad, because the wolves are very, very difficult to beat, and so is that. So, again, if you're not high leveled enough for this, it's gonna suck. And if you don't have enough resistance, then it's also gonna suck as well. I don't have a flask of mixed physic. I don't know why I don't have that. I'm gonna go up to the round table just to make sure that it's not something I missed here, but it might be something I missed here. So for now, we're just gonna keep going through. So we do have another Remembrance of the Grafted. So we can use that if we need to at some point, but we don't need to right now. We did not, I don't think we lost a lot of runes there. We might have, I don't remember how many I had, so we'll be fine. So let's figure out how to get mixed physic, because I really do need that. It's supposed to give you it early on in the game. That's the issue here. Okay, let's try this. Nope. I mean, it's fine for right now. I think it's when I get to a certain church. That it happens, but I don't remember which one. So what we're gonna do is we're actually going to go to this place up here. Where is it? We're gonna go right here. So the Limgrave Tower Bridge, for those of you who are unaware, the Divine Tower of Limgrave is the place where you turn a Great Rune into Godric's Great Rune into a into his actual Great Rune. Right now we just have a part of it, but we need to charge it. So that's what we're gonna be doing here. These guys are pretty simple. You just gotta, you know, dodge them. You just go through their legs. They don't, you know, really do much to you. The real guy that you have to worry about is this guy over here, the one that has the gigantic great bow. This guy will attack you like that. I don't know why. It's just whatever. But you can actually hide behind this from this guy so that he does not hit you with it initially, and then you can just keep going. And he will not hit you again while you're over here, so you're okay. Now, as you saw, because I was a little reckless on Renala, I was trying so hard to stay alive while killing her as fast as possible. What I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on killing her as fast as possible, but I'm going to stay alive primarily. I want to stay alive primarily. That's the number one. Those summons that she has is infinite. She will continue to spawn them. There is not a time where she won't spawn them. That is her second phase of damage type. Other than that, pretty much everything is else is good. You just want to have a very high tolerance to magic when you're going through something like this. So if you have something that, you know, gives you a lot of magic resistance, run that definitely. But yeah, so you just go up here, go through the tower, touch Side of Grace, sit at it, you know, and then what we're gonna actually do is go right here, I spell, okay. So we still don't have Mixed Physic. I don't know why. I assume we'll get it at some point, but I don't know why we don't have it right now. But it's okay. And there we go. So now we're gonna go back up here to the school classroom. From here, I'm gonna go in here. And now we can put on our Great Rune. Now, reason why we're doing this is because when I get to a certain part of this, I want to have as much resistance as possible. So we're going to continue through here. And because we don't have the other guy who's going to continue to attack us, we'll be fine from right now. We could actually have spawned here. I don't know why I didn't spawn here, but it's okay. So we're just gonna go right here to the Side of Grace. And then from here, we're gonna go through. So what you're gonna want to put on for right now is actually to put on this, a rune arc. What rune arcs do is they actually activate your Great Rune, and it increases everything that you have based on what the Great Rune does. So my Great Rune, the Godric's Great Rune, is arguably for all-around recovery and strength players, it's going to be the better one for you because it gives you increased all attributes, meaning strength, everything. So you're gonna want to have that on primarily. Rune arcs you can get anywhere. There's a couple main places where you can get them. I've shown throughout the videos where I've gotten mine. I only have 2 right now, but that's just because, you know, you're not gonna get all of them immediately, so that's why. From right here, just keep going up, and then as soon as we get there, I'm not gonna pop a rune arc. I'm actually just gonna keep dodging, going up to the boss, and getting everything that she is trying to keep from me. So when she does drop down, I'm just gonna keep hitting her with my Ash of War. Because as you guys saw, the Ash of War does a lot of damage. It's just, it needs to be the primary form of damage that I'm doing. That's okay. And guys, this is the most annoying one that she spawns, just because it stays. It does not leave until I don't even know when it doesn't when it leaves, but it stays for a very long time, and it's very annoying. Probably the most annoying one here. But again, Spirit Ash does the most, and then you just kill it. So when the dragon pops up, make sure you dodge the dragon's fire, and then also make sure that you dodge the dragon when he's spawning, when he flows up in the air and tries to stomp you. Roll into it, not away from it. Another thing, you want to, when the giant pops up, ignore him completely. Focus on Renala. Just ignore him. Focus on Renala the entire time.
Come out
So
from whence ye hide.
this is the whole point of this, and but now Renala is now defeated. We got her staff, which in everybody's mind is the best staff in the game. So if you guys are wondering where to get her staff, you get it from her remembrance. So for now, we are going to so right here you see the Great Rune of the Unborn. That is her Great Rune. Hers is better for people who want the most out of their health. But the Godric's Great Rune is the best one. The first one that you ever get is the best one. And then Remembrance, obviously. So for now, what we're going to do is we're going to pop our Godric's Remembrance. See if we have it. We do not have it. So that's fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back to Table of Lost Grace. And for those of you who don't like your builds and want to update your builds while you're playing, there is a new there is a thing where if you get larval tears, something called larval tears, you can actually spend them to get. You can spend your larval tears so that you can get your brand new stats. So whatever level you're at, let's say that you're at my level, which is 78. All of your stats that you have, you can put into other things, and it will be very, very good for you guys. So I'm gonna actually use to get the staff, just because. Well, here's the thing. The staff is good. You want the staff. It's the best staff in the game. But I'm not using sorceries. Will I use sorceries in the future? Maybe, but I have the meteorite staff. So I think for those of you who don't really need any of these, go ahead and use them. So what you're gonna do to use them is you're gonna go to equipment, go here, and you can actually just put them on. And then when you put them on, you can use them. Now, you can buy, again, you can get multiple of these. So don't feel like you need to hold on to them the entire time, because you really don't. So now, we're at 100k, so now we can level up more. I think we could only level up a couple times, but it's okay. So twice. You can actually get up to 3 if we sell something. So let's go ahead and try to sell something. Wrong way. We'll go ahead and go to the table. So the only thing we need to upgrade now is probably dex for some of the other weapons that we're going to be getting. But intelligence for the main part is the one that we need to upgrade. So, and the reason why it's the main one that we need to upgrade right now is because even though that we have, you know, the need for more vigor, we don't need it just yet.
Well,
So
I took you no matter to lay out your own. I spoke with she has it, so I told I'm indebted. It was all I could. I'm sorry I did.
So now we can sell whatever we want. I'd say I don't want to sell the smithing stones. We don't want to spend those at all. I don't need the twin blade, but I don't want to sell it. I can sell this. That costs a lot, but Glowfort 8 is very rare. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sell these. These are And I know a lot of people are going to be saying, why are you deleting all this stuff? You can use it for this. I don't use that kind of stuff, you know? I don't really use it, so I don't need it. Do not need this shield. And I don't think I can put... I don't think I can put an Ash of War on it either. Oh, I can. Okay, so I can put a Ash of War on here that makes this to where it doesn't have an Ash of War. So that'll be good. So I'm gonna keep that. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And for those of you who are new to the channel, please go ahead and tell me in the comments what you liked about this video, and let me know your feedback on the channel. I really do enjoy making these type of videos where I can help people get through the game whenever they need to. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.